Da 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 da. Ba ba la. Ba 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 da ba da. See, that works. Microphone should work. 0 viewers. And here we go. And you were 31. Makes this 32, 31. That was the long way around. Should be 5, yeah. The flyer. Bam 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 bam. Just have to set up my other screen. There we go. Survivor, Swip Blue, Cagnia and Trapinch. Blue, Cagnia, Trapinch. Let's just see if we have some emergency healing. We do. Soon it's going to be just a cakewalk through all of these. Pretty close already. It might actually evolve. Or hitting, or before being totally done. But there's pretty far between the levels, so I might actually need to pull Shelgon through one more time. Hopefully not. It's taking up space, and I could be evolving other things instead. Let's just see. Ah, he's gonna have to go through one more. This should just be 5 serves. Next room, the ice room. I can actually kill that with just 2 rock smashes now. Nope. Three. I must have high rolled on the first one, or low rolled on the second one. Okay, now I definitely can. Especially with a crit. Shellgun should evolve somewhere in here. Maybe Pokemon Ball. So that'll be a lady. Or whatever it's called. These don't give that much XP. No. I will not change. So my guess is after this one, the shotgun will evolve, but I might be wrong. It has happened before. Oh, come on. Hail shouldn't affect you when you're frozen. Just saying. Just rules learning. How are small pieces of ice gonna affect me when I'm in a big piece of ice? Now I'll have to heal. Let's see if I guess correct. I did. Praise be. Not that it does any difference, but it's really all you can do when you have to run through the lead for 100 times. Might actually be more than 100. Really? I never thought about it like that, but I can pull something between 4 and 5 Pokemon with me each time. So the number is around 100. Comes the very cool dragon trainer with a cool mustache. It's just me. I don't know where I got the mustache from. I feel like I'm mumbling today. but it might be just me having headphones on. Or me being tired. Always tired. Salamarans. Did I even get... I got a bit damaged, but not enough to worry. And in here, Shelgon is gonna get another level, but that won't bring him to evolve, so we'll have to pull him through one more time. Where he'll evolve and we can finally begin to evolve something else. At least the music is good. Not as good as the underwater music, but still good. Reasonable music. That's the worst outcome. Oh, doesn't matter. I feared he would heal it up again. A full restore. I need to trade, I know. Yeah, there we go. Need to get the Golem and Alakazam. That'll happen soon. I don't know if I can do it on stream, actually, but we'll see. That's 50 ribbons. We can make it 54. I'm just gonna check in my box to see if I've counted correctly from the start. Never know. This should have a ribbon, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13. See. 6. Do seem to... Well, we'll see. Find you 25? Yeah. And the next Pokemon we are gonna drag through and evolve is Horsey. And then Chinchou. Okay. Where is the Chinchou? There. The Horsey might actually evolve in there. So we're gonna drag. Oh, it won't, actually. Because we'll need... Oh, it actually probably will. This is fine. Scour is spin. This trainer might actually give us salamanders. Can't one-shot him yet. Oops. He's gonna heal. Sorry for the burp. Took me by surprise. Oh, perfect. Oh, flight's a great move. So, 4 levels on Horsey shouldn't be that hard. And we might actually put a level on Chow at the end. This is gonna be one level for Horsey. Hey! Count Lemon. I am just gonna move the chat box. There we go. I don't know why it insists on moving it every time, but it does. We are finally beginning to get some ribbons, as you can see. And getting some Pokemon. How are you doing today? Oh, cool. That's a nice feeling. I think mine was just sent by electronic mail. I might actually, it might be down there for me to pick up. I don't know. Now you're making me doubt it. So now it's just work and no school. Yeah, but you don't for some reason. Ah, makes sense. Nice. Which ones? I talked with somebody last stream who collected Pokemon games, like he collected different versions um, from the US. Oh, I mean, he was from the US and collected. Emerald is a nice game. I would actually go so far to say it's a must-have. I don't know about Soul Silver though. I've never played it and I don't own it. And I don't think it's necessary for this project. Strangely enough. Did you get them cheap or was it somebody who knew what they were selling? Sometimes you get lucky with Pokemon games. should probably heal. The emerald was pretty cheap. As far as I know. And yeah, soul silver was not that expensive. A nice price. So what language are they in? Are they in just English, or I recall you being from Belgium. I guess it would be a problem to try to make a Belgian version of Pokemon games. With the whole Flemish slash. Nice. You got it lowered by a third. That's pretty nice. Yeah. All the Danish games are in English as well. But we are a pretty small country, so that makes sense. Oh, cool. That would be a big get for, I can't recall his name, but the one I talked to last time. He was really into it. No, I think they do the same as we do here in Denmark. You just get on the English game, unless it's for children, very small children, who can't understand it anyway. And it's kind of a feedback loop, right? So the more English the games are, the more the gamers know English, and the less reason is there for you to translate the games to begin with. I hope Horsey evolves after this fight. I don't think I've ever played a game, or maybe a Settlers or a Lego game or something translated into Danish, and the Settlers one was horribly translated. Even I, as a child, could spot that it wasn't good. But Dutch is a bigger language than Danish, so they should have more translations. Maybe. Either way, it was a nice catch of Pokemon games you got. So what games do you need now? Oh, so you had flashbacks to children's cartoons or something while playing it? I can imagine. It's hard to take some characters seriously when all you're thinking about is some cartoon cat or something. Yeah, I can imagine. And some voice actors are so bound to a single character that hearing them do anything else, you can't help to associate it with the old character. Especially when you heard it for hours and hours as a child. Yeah, so there was a 100% confusion in your mind to who was speaking, which is both fun and not really what you want for a game. At least not a game trying to be serious. Okay, if we're really lucky, the Chinchou will actually gain a level now. But I don't think it will. Yeah. Yeah, and also a certain generation will remember that character. Oh, perfect. This was just perfect. Just have to... And... I can't think of any character voices I would recognize immediately, but I probably would if I actually heard them in something else. It would jump out from the back of my mind in an instant. Thank you, May. Now Birch is gonna tell me I could trade some Pokemon. If you go to like where you got those Soul Silver and Emerald games, you will find them eventually, I think, and probably at a pretty nice price. That's really the two choices you have when you want something like Pokemon games. You can either buy them online for a somewhat high price because people know what they're selling, or you can go to flea markets and stuff and hope some parent just cleaned out that children's room and are selling it for cheap. Where do you go? 15. So you must be 14. And you're spike and coughing. Oh yeah, you said that. That's true. I can understand why you don't want to do it. I would be careful with it as well if I'd been screwed over. Where's my... There we go. And then we'll need... gas fields. I thought I got screwed over by the Japanese guy who sold me the Japanese Colosseum, but he ended up sending my money back. I didn't think it was my fault that he sent the package to the US instead of Denmark. So I didn't think I had to like pay for it. We'll take a Snorunt with us as well. Yeah, I thought so too, but I did have to write him a pretty angry message before he did it. But I did also say if he got the game back, if the person in the US realized it was a mistake and sent it back, then I would of course pay for it and he could send it to me. So I might have ended up with 2 games. I just didn't want my money to sit in a Japanese account. While it got sorted out. I thought I was being pretty reasonable. As reasonable as I could be. Yeah, the second gym is the fighting gym, right? Yeah, exactly. That's why I love to have a Haunter in Gen 1 games as well. Because some Pokemon just plain can't do anything. And it can heal itself. Oh, come on. This is not going well. Can't he learn that? Or is that other ghost types, dark types? He's oh, Sableye, what's he? Oh. Yeah, and when he is able to learn it, then that fighting gym is gonna be far gone. There's no reason not to have Bulbapedia open while you play. I usually do. No, fighting moves won't do a damn thing. It's great. Ghost types are great. This battle is not great though. I should actually have switched out. How did he waste it? Did he... No, they don't use it unless they are hurt, do they? But it might be a dumb move either way. Ah, yeah. That won't do him any good. It'll just delay him being owned. Oh wait, I can't one-shot this. I could. Great. This battle is having me all frazzled. Because it's not going according to plan. Yeah, I don't think they have anything that can actually hurt you in that gym. It would have to be like... Isn't there a move called Fire Punch or something? It would have to be something like that to actually do anything. Oh, we're just gonna surf 5 times. This is the best. Oh, that's ages and ages. You'll be almost done with the game at that point. Come on, horsey, we need you to level up. Ah, oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Not right now. I'll have to trade it, right? So I'll save that for when I need to trade in Pokemon from Ruby. He's going into the trade pile. So in a way, yes, but in a more accurate way, not really. Yet. Not right now. Working towards it. Doing what I can now, and and the rest will come later. I should be able to kill him with a Rock Smash Maul. I said that last time as well, but this time I mean it. So come on. It did. It feels nice. It doesn't really make a difference at this point, but it feels nice to get closer and closer to just one-shotting each and every enemy. But we still have some way to go before we can do that. Also, I guess I shouldn't have taken Snorunt with me. There's no reason to take them with me before I either want to evolve them or give them the ribbon. He's just taking up a space that could be used for something else. Yeah, that's a pretty good team, actually. Medicham is one of those Pokemon I actually really like, but I just never seem to use. For some reason. I just end up... I know, I end up using my water starter and then I need to have the hypnosis Pokemon for catching other Pokemon and then maybe a False Swiper, and at that point you're spreading your XP pretty thin. So my teams in the end are always not very imaginative. A Sceptile starter? You're playing on hard then? No wait, that's if you choose the fire starter, right? Then it's hard. I also ended up the first times I played with some sort of ragtag team, and then I think I had a when I played Silver and Gold recently, I had the rule that I had to like only use Gen 2 Pokemon on my team, so I ended up with a Jumpluff on my team as my grass Pokemon, and it wasn't great. It was a pretty strange team. A strange team that didn't do well. Your team sounds better. Yeah, it is. I like the whole line really. Like plants getting blown around by the wind. That's a nice concept for Pokemon. It just wasn't a very strong grass type, or at least in my experience it wasn't. It's definitely not the dumbest Pokemon out there, design-wise. Do it. Ghost types are cool. They are my favorite typing, and I'm pretty mad that I can't have the Haunter line in this game. I have to pull them in from Leaf Green and Fire Red. Aggron is cool too. But I mostly use Aggron in Pokemon Go. Not that much in the games. Yeah. They are not very happy with being mud-slapped. But how often do your enemies mud-slap you? That's the real question. If you tackle them, then they shouldn't die. Yeah. It's not fun to be hit by again and again and again and again. Just like a sand attack. I don't think I ever make a Pokemon that actually uses it, but every time the enemy uses it on me, I think, oh god, this is gonna be one of those battles. Yeah. Oh, does it? Oh yeah, it does. It lowers your accuracy. Woo! Are you gonna catch more, or are you just satisfied with... Oh, you didn't go for the complete dex, did you? This Salamence is really just whooping me. Am I faster? I was not faster. You can get Celebi in a legit way, but that requires the Japanese version of Colosseum. Mew you can only get in Gen 4. If you want it legit. And Ho-Oh and Lugia require GameCube games as well. Yeah, that was event only. Sometimes you can buy a game where it's unlocked. I think the Emerald game I had, it was unlocked, and you can get it that way, but it might be unlocked with a cheat. Like a Game Shark, or I can't recall what the name of them are, but in my mind it doesn't count as legit. Unless you got it at the event at the time. But you can get it. And the game would probably count it as legit. Yeah, Action Replay, that's the name. I think. You can input the ticket and get it. Which is nice for the complete decks, of course, but and I can understand why people would do it, actually, because the event is not active anymore. So they have some excuse for it. Might be correct. I haven't researched those. I guess you could call them cheat machines very thoroughly, because I quickly determined I was not going to use them in any way. But there's a way to get the ticket to get the Oxys into the game. But it's not legit. And I suppose you could be like really, really lucky and buy an old game where it was unlocked but not used, or where the Deoxys was in the game and you could trade it over, but you would probably run into a cheated one instead. What did your friend use it for? Yeah, they can be used for all games really, can't they? It's a pretty cool machine, really. Yeah. An M3? What? What's that? What the? Like, just you could download it and play it, or? That sounds pretty cool. That's pretty nice. That's like the chip in the PlayStation. I remember getting that. But even more useful because the DS just took flashcards, which is a bit easier than burning a CD. And you wanted the legit versions, and you wanted them in box, I guess. I'll admit I'm more on your side than I'm on his side in that debate. But I guess that's no surprise when you look at what I'm doing right now. And how I'm doing it. Spike, coughing, primer. Yeah, they're hard to find for Game Boy, aren't they? I just buy the cartridge, but they seem to be much more available than the whole game. Yeah, the few times I've run into them, the price suddenly jumped by a factor of 3 or something. Okay, I don't think this won't reach 44 in a single run through, so I'll just put that there. And we'll Spoink, Coughing, Grimer, Torkoal. Yeah, that's an investment all of a sudden, right? But when you have it, you have it. And you'll only need to buy it once, as opposed to the American dude who collected them from different regions in the world. He has to buy them all multiple times. He wanted the French version and the German version and the Spanish version. Yeah, just for some cardboard and some paper. But they look nice on the shelf. And at least I would be more impressed seeing them in box than out of the box. If I visited someone. Yeah, you just pay more for. That's strange that on Game Boy you're more relaxed with it. But I guess it's more of a spectrum than it's an either you want them in box or you don't. I'm more okay with a Game Boy game being just a cartridge than like if I bought I don't know, a PC game and it was just a CD and nothing else. I would be not that happy about it. I would have to be forced. It would be if it would have to be like the only game. The only way I could get the game. DWS? I don't think I understand, but I might just be stupid or tired. Or just bad with... I can't even come up... What is it called? Not an anagram, it's a whatever. Whatever it is. It is. Man, my brain is blanking right now. Abbreviation. No. Is it? Like, if each letter stands for something? It's an acronym. Acronym, there it is. Like FBI or NASA or... I guess there's some special word for it being an acronym that you can actually say, like FBI. Or NASA would be more fitting. And then there's a word for those you are not able to say, like... I can't come up with one, but... ATF, I guess, where you just say the letters instead of saying ATF. Yeah, listening to Space Podcast really helped me there. They always make fun of acronyms. And backronyms, where you make the acronym to begin with and then you try to fit in words afterwards. $11 levels to go. But what is a DWS you were talking about? Yeah, it sounds like your collection is pretty cool. Oh, oh. Of course, of course. You said that. I was just... I don't know. My head's not in the game today, it appears. Everything makes sense. But besides Leaf Green and Fire Red, what are your next goals for your collection? I'll try not to worry. I am just a monkey playing games. Pokemon games or just games? My next goal is Gale of Darkness. And that's hella expensive. It will probably be the second most expensive game I've ever bought. Right after the Japanese Colosseum. I've only heard of Fire Emblem. of those games. But I guess they would be expensive in when you want them in box and everything. Or even more expensive than otherwise. And since I've heard of Fire Emblem, that must mean that it's a pretty big game. 100 euros. That's a bit. But depending on one's like economic situation, you might actually be able to afford one game a month in that price range. But then you'd have to either like live alone and live somewhat cheap and not have children, and work, or you'll have to like work full time and just live alone. Or at least live without kids. That's a pretty cool collection to have. I would like to expand all of my collections, but I've been pretty much without money for 4 years or something. So it's hard to get anything, or I'll have to save up for a bit before I can get anything. It does make me use the things I have more. Yeah? Which games are that? There's also something interesting about the things people do not want and why. I guess some of them could be like a strange Japanese RPG or something. Yeah, I had a few years where I lived in a very cheap apartment and got a lot of money for like going to university, and all my collections just exploded. And that was really nice to actually have more money than I knew what to do with. Was strange. Frogger Beyond, damn. I wouldn't have guessed a Frogger game would. Why is a Frogger game that expensive? Especially just the PAL version. Is it just nostalgia or something? What the hell? I guess not many copies were exported or something. That's a crazy difference in price. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it when the difference is so big across the Atlantic, then it must be a scarcity thing. There weren't many copies overall, or is that like split across the Atlantic as well? Gadget Racers ring some kind of bell with me. Maybe I've seen it in some YouTube video about expensive games. So it's literally only GameCube PAL versions that are expensive. That's interesting. Well, at least it doesn't seem as crazy as Frogger then. Where it would be cheaper to buy like the NTSC version of the GameCube and buy the game from the US and have them mailed over here and play it that way than actually buying the PAL version. I had some worries before I began this project that I would have to get a Japanese GameCube to play the Japanese games. That would have been a strange adventure, I think. And an expensive one. To play an expensive game. I'm not even sure that I could plug it in to Danish sockets or well, I think you should get it if you can, and if you're on the fence, that probably means you kind of want it, right? What game is it? And are you even able to play it if you get it? But I can't remember how expensive the dollar is right now, but I kind of think of $150 as around 100 euros. Cubivore, I've definitely heard of that. Yeah, it's bad for people. It sounds bad for people who don't collect, but For me it sounds almost reasonable. It could be worse. Could be much worse. Ah, that's the problem. If you've crossed the line once, you might as well cross the line again. Ah, $50 is not. That's not a crazy price. But what are your criteria for collecting things? Is it just things you see and think are nice, or are you doing like a I want all GameCube games eventually collection? Or is it just, I don't know, games above? Just good games. Yeah, alright. That's the most. At once, it's the most sensible way to collect stuff, and the most infuriating for people to try to understand. Oh, it's so nice when you do that. Even if you don't want to sell it. Oh, I forgot to. I did it with oh, I keep forgetting to actually look. I did it with an LP once. A local Danish punk band, where one of them grew up to be pretty famous. So now her fans are writing and asking if they can buy the old LP, like a 7-inch LP. It is pretty cool. You've probably heard of, well, I'm gonna pronounce it in the Danish way, of Mø. M-Ø. She was in a punk group with 2 girls and some bad electronic music and some fun lyrics, and I had to buy it after I saw them. But now it's actually worth quite a bit. I'll just check. What is it worth? And I gave around like less than 10 euros. They're not even for sale in here. but it has at least it has tripled in value since I bought it. Or not tripled, 10 times. Wilma, Carvana, Gulpin, and Rosilia. Yeah, she's done a lot of stuff, and all of Denmark is, of course, very proud. As we always are when one of us end up doing anything that other people in the world noticed. I forgot I had to fly. And I bought both 7-inch LPs from her old group, so I could probably bundle them up and make some fan out there very happy. But then I wouldn't have them, and that would suck. I guess you can relate. It's nice to have something that's risen in value, but do you really want to get rid of it for that value? I usually don't. Isn't that just part of the charm? The impossible last boss. What game was it? I don't think... Oh, there we go. Blood Will Tell. That's a cool title. It's worth buying just for the title. Oh, that's more my feeling with movies. If they have a great title, I have a hard time not buying it. But that title is great. It sounds like either some kind of, I don't know, detective game or a fighting game. No, a shooting game. Detective or shooting. Damn. That sounds cool as hell. And it also sounds like a game when it came out people were like meh, and later they realized it. Later they realized it would be it was a hidden gem. That's pretty cool in itself. Wait, do I remember correctly, or you were from Belgium, right? I just wanna know if my brain is with me at all. Oh, thank God. But you're from the, I guess, northern half of Belgium? Ah, then it makes sense. All your mentions of Dutch and the Netherlands. I was sitting here going through earlier conversations and going, did I speak to a Dutch guy? No, that it was a Belgian guy. I'm sure of it. Yeah, that makes sense. The Netherlands and the Flemish part of Belgium kind of overlap in that way, don't they? There's no reason for a specifically Flemish second-hand shop when you can all use the Dutch one. What did you have to pay for Gale of Darkness? Not that I expect it to be cheap, but so far every time it pops up it's just a little bit out of my comfort zone. I could buy it, but that would mean being in the red for a month. Or at least at the end of the month. That's actually pretty damn cheap. Yeah, it's I'll just do a quick conversion. Yeah, it's over 107 euros. The last one I saw. Yeah, a really good price. Oh, I'll have to check if we have maxed out our money. Oh, but we're getting close. Yeah, he could have asked for 100 euros and somebody would have given it to him or her. It is. Everything is expensive up here. I did find somebody who sold Colosseum and XD as a package deal for conversion again. Around 150 euros. And that was expensive, but it could be done. But I already had Colosseum, so I'll have to buy both to get just one game and then try to sell the other one. And I didn't want to go through that. And he didn't want to answer my texts. So it seems like I'll have to buy it from Belgium or the Netherlands. because that's a whole lot cheaper. But I'm not that worried of being scammed. But maybe I'll learn. Yeah, it is hard to find. Also up here. I know a web shop has it for about 100 euros right now. But I've had 0 income this month, so I won't be buying a game this month. That's for sure, and not next month either. 80 euros is still cheap by Danish standards. I'll have to get some water after this battle. But that's the last game I need, really. That's Gale of Darkness. And then I think I need Pokemon White 2 or something. And then I should have access to all Pokemon. I'll just take some water. And I'm back. Yeah, you have to use like your Swift number or whatever it's called inside the EU. Yeah, some people don't like that. You can, yeah, please write it in the chat or something. I'll check it out. I guess you also have like just a mobile app you can. Oh, of course it's called marktplatz.nl. I could have almost guessed that. I guess you have like we have here in Denmark, where you can just transfer money via app to other phone numbers, right? Yeah. The next step for the EU should really be. Oh, so you can. How can you do it then? Do you have like a Dutch account or something? Oh. But they trust a Belgian guy more than they trust a Danish guy. Yeah. That takes a bit longer. I remember the good old days where every damn thing you bought on the internet from other people had to be done that way. And you had to wait like 4 or 5 days for the money to even be there. Nah, they just want to. And it's also, you can't really. I think when you use that Swift number, you can't really use it for anything else besides putting in money, but I'm not sure. Or is it IBAN? I can't recall. It's been some time since I used it last. I guess the EU should get to work on making it so we can all transfer money to each other across the EU. That would be nice. It's not like the banks don't talk with each other anyway. And the phone companies don't talk to each other, and they've recently made data, mobile data available all over Europe. So it seems like a logical next step. Yeah, Swift is international, I think. Like to the US or something. Yeah, please do. Can't hurt to look. And the games are called almost, I guess I could just search for Pokemon and then everything would pop up. They use the Dutch side instead. Maybe. Yeah, because you don't translate the titles. Unlike the Germans, where Gale of Darkness had some strange name. At least last I looked, it had a strange name. That makes it nice and easy. And they're all PAL games as well, so it would be almost the same as having a Danish game, if not exactly the same. That's a pretty nice side name. 67 ribbons. And then they thought, wait, we can make this cooler for the young people. Ah, that makes sense. Capazza. That sounds like an offshoot of Kazaa or something. That doesn't sound like a Belgian word. Not at all. Okay, cool. I'll definitely check it out. Wait, why? You're 100 and you are 105. Are these the fossils, maybe? Yeah, eBay is usually expensive, I think. Oh, we don't want to move that one. Yeah, that's true. You can get really lucky. I did bid on something once where I got pretty lucky, but I can't remember what it was. It will need the bird. Yeah, you can jump in right at the end before it before the auction ends and get it if you are somewhat lucky. What was it I wanted to see? Spine Coffin Grimer. Oh! That sounds Japanese. Slugma, Numal, and Dodo. What kind of game is that? Sorry, I was just zoning out, I guess. Yeah, that sounds like a high level price for a game. Oh, those games can be so great. I was just wondering yesterday what that genre was called. Bullet hell, of course. Oh damn. You need to ally yourself with a person in the UK and have them check. And preferably before what is it? The last day of October, where Brexit might take place. The good bullet hell games are so fun to play. I wish I had a contact in the UK, then we might actually be able to work something out. This whole stream could end up over time just being a lot of people from around the world buying things and sending to each other. It would. It really would. But yeah, and people would get mad and stuff, so it might not be the best idea, but at least I find it hard not to try to help people if I can do something easy for me that would help them a lot. So for example, if there was a game in Denmark that people couldn't get otherwise, I would gladly help them, or at least try to. Walrein is a pretty cool Pokemon as well. Yeah, a walrus Pokemon. That's a good idea. Just from a design standpoint, it's nice. Nice. Then he'll have the cool ribbon. the... Oh, what's the region called? The ore region, ribbon or something. Yeah, exactly. Which is a bit of a problem for me, because that means some of my Pokemon could have more ribbons, but only if I got them in a side game instead of the main game. And I want them from the main game, you know. And I've considered just... Usually my solution to problems like that is to try to do both, but that would mean dragging, I don't even know, let's say 30 extra Pokemon with me throughout all the games. And that is a whole lot of hassle. Just because I couldn't make up my mind to begin with. Who the hell's calling me? I am not gonna pick up. Is it? I don't know. I've never played them, but I guess you're right. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. And if I did one, I'd had to do every single one, and that would make my Gen 3 count like 500 or almost 600 Pokemon to pull through the Elite Four and all the contests and the Battle Tower and. So I won't be doing that. Thanks for clearing that up. Whoops. Oh, that's why I thought it was like 20, 40 something. I must have just remembered the Colosseum count and not the Darkness Gale of Darkness count. Okay, I don't have healing. This is actually gonna be somewhat of a problem. We are gonna get wiped. Guess I have a more rain and maybe a revive. A single revive. Okay, we'll see if our Walrein here can't do just something. Ideally, I want the Walrein to die, so it doesn't get XP and Snorunt gets all the XP. Oh my god, my phone is... I get messages and everything. And emails. None of which were important. Now let's see. Yeah, we are a bit screwed here. It might work, but it might not. This is good. The credit is really gonna be a problem, I think. I really don't have any healing. Yeah, it will. I just didn't think about me spending a few healing potions each time. But they of course add up, and when you don't have them, you can be screwed. The only one I'm really nervous about is the Credilli. Maybe I should just start using Surf. If we can survive one Giga Drain, I don't think we'll have a problem. But if we can't, we are royally screwed. That's fine. Might not be fine. It wasn't fine. Yeah, Giga Drain is horrible. And as far as I remember, I'm not able to kill it in one move. So we'll have to stand and take one Giga Drain and then hit it again to win. Credilli is really, I think it's the most dangerous Pokemon in the whole game. For me, at least. are not gonna be able to take a Giga Drain. That wasn't good. And our... Yeah, it's a cool Pokemon. It really is. A fossil plant is a great idea for a Pokemon. And the design is pretty cool too. It's sort of like a sea anemone or something. Okay, here we go. Thank you. I will definitely need it. Well, we get XP anyway, if we die. We get for the 2 first Pokemon. It does, doesn't it? Off stream I have slash had 1300 and something. So oh, thank Jesus. So it is a number that can go up quite a bit, but it's gonna take some time. It is daunting. That was so nice. I must have leveled up since last time, because last time I was just on the last of its HP. But we didn't win by finesse here, we won by brute force. Yeah, Maldo is a cool Pokemon. I'm not sure what it's meant to be, really. Like what the inspiration was. That's more ribbons. What type is it? It's a rock something. Rock bug. Yeah, that's strange. And it doesn't look that bug-like. I never played the trading card game. I was, well, I don't want to be like ageist or anything, but It was something my younger brother did. I was too old for Pokemon when it came to Denmark by like 2 years. So he did all the things and I latched on to the games later. I've never even had a card. And then of course you wanted to play as well. Yeah. That's a classic younger brother move. Oh. Pokemon cards for even bigger nerds. And I'm not using the word nerd as a bad word, but Magic card players are a special breed in many ways. They are collectors too, at heart. I have a neighbor who's into Magic, and if you get him started, he'll keep talking. Yeah. I mean, you are watching some dude in Denmark playing Pokemon games, so I guess you would be a nerd by default at that point. Oddish, Illumise, Volbeat, and Voltorb. And I just realized we could just take Rayquaza. I don't see it as offensive but some people don't like being called nerds. They also went from Pokemon cards to Magic. Or did they move first and then you did the younger brother thing and moved with them? Let's see. Oddish. Well, you need somebody to show you things before you can like them, and usually that's a big brother if you have one that you are somewhat close with. Yeah, my younger brother is 3 years younger than me, so I guess the dynamic would be somewhat similar. And somewhat more enjoyable the older you get. Where it isn't your kind of irritating younger brother tagging along. Are you the youngest then in your group of siblings? That sounds pretty fun. Ah. We also are a pretty diverse group of brothers and a single sister that if you overlap us, we only me and my little brother have the same mom and the same dad. And some of them have, I don't think they've ever met actually. So describing what kind of siblings you have can be hard. Oh, 11 years, yeah, that's not gonna. It's gonna take a few years before you really have something in common with interest, I think. At least for some people it will. If ever. Ah, that's the worst result I can get here. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Me and my brother are a week apart. He has a week after me. So when we became adult, we just sort of. No, he's like 2 months before, but it is almost like I guess it would be 9 months after Christmas, minus a couple of weeks. But as we've grown older, we sort of realized that he just buys me something for some amount of money, and I buy him something similar for his birthday. And we even, some years we just exchanged the same 200 kroner note for our birthday, so we changed it to we both donate something to whatever we feel like instead. Yeah, that's we do the same thing at Christmas. We would be, I mean, we would be some of the best people to find gifts for each other, but we would end up giving each other the same thing. And we are both pretty generous in our mindsets towards everything really. Poor people and animals and all that stuff. So we just donate something. And neither of us are really like materialistic, so getting a nice couch or whatever isn't really what we want. I want Pokemon games and a lot of movies, and a lot of records. But that's more a personal thing. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I have a list. I have a long list of movies and books and records that I want, and when people ask me what I want, they get the list, but I would rather buy it myself over time. For some reason. And yeah, the values aren't steady, and you might want a strange version of it, and your uncle or something is not maybe the best person to actually find the strange version you want. I mean, I wished for the first Dirty Harry movie one year at Christmas, and I got a Dirty Harry movie, but it was the third or something. They just went into a shop and said Dirty Harry and got that one. They tried. I wasn't mad. They did, and I could have like make a parenthesis and say the first one please, or some special edit or something, but now I just have a movie more in my collection, and that's nice as well. I will try to strengthen this and see how low we get it. Oh, so close. We can one-shot them soon. Yeah, books are easy. Somewhat easy, at least. I think there should be some books on my list. I'm just gonna find the list. Yeah, there are actually a whole lot of books. But some of them are pretty strange. What kind of books do you wish for then? Oh, that's pretty cool. You really are a collector at heart, huh? I think the only Stephen King I've read is his collection of short stories. That came out a few years back, I guess. And right now I might sound real stupid to somebody who knows anything about Stephen King, but that's... is that what it's called? I don't know. It might be. I don't even have it right now. I borrowed it to somebody. Does it have like a what? You know what? I might as well Google it. Nope, that's not the one. it has a white cover with some red on it. It's in an episode of Breaking Bad, but that's probably not very helpful. Yeah, maybe. It was pretty good. I actually got scared in one of them. It just hit something, you know, sometimes they hit something deep in you, some fear, and even though it's just like words on paper and nothing really scary happens, then your mind just freaks out. I have a friend that's also collecting Stephen King. Yeah, everything eventual. That's the one. He's a good writer. That's for sure. What's it? I've heard about that one, and it should be really good. Oh, yeah, that's true. I knew it was something with numbers, but which numbers was the question. That's a classic. I think I watched the old movie once when I was little. Or half little. But I haven't seen the new one, and I haven't read the book. My list is mostly all sorts of horror or semi-horror books, but like classics that have influenced the genre in some way. At one time I had like a vampire obsession, not the Twilight kind, but like I had read Dracula and wondered, this can't be the first vampire book, so uh, I found one called the Vampire or Vampire that was before, and then I found something before, and I went down a rabbit hole. Yeah, just like watching Stranger Things. That also reminds me of an American Youth I didn't have. I didn't even have the Danish version of that Youth. I just remember some of the color schemes. I'm slowly eating my way through the Marvel TV and movie universe. And after that, I don't know what I'll be watching. Me and Yedison, who is in the chat sometimes, are also watching all the Godzilla movies, one after another. That's also pretty cool. The Talisman. What's that about? Yeah, co-written. I understood. You make fewer mistakes than I do. But of course you can also correct it while writing, and I'll just have to talk and talk and talk and talk over all my mistakes. Come on, die. One hit, one hit. Yeah, they are. But also correct it faster. Hey, we killed it in one hit, didn't we? $74 ribbons. That sounds cool. It sounds either like a very good book or a horrible young adult book. But I'm guessing this is the good version of that story. It's also kind of like My Neighbor Totoro, in a way. It is. It's pretty beautiful in many of the scenes. And like all the Ghibli films, it's at least the ones I've seen. It's not like there's a lot of action. Yeah, exactly. The atmosphere is what really gets you in those films. At least what gets me. 88. What are you? makes sense. Guess you should go there. I haven't seen Mononoko either. I must have seen Spirited Away, but right now I can't recall anything about it. Okay, that's 84. 3, 2, 1, 0, and I think Totoro was my first. I watched it at a friend's house the morning after we have been out drinking and partying. When dubstep was all the rage. So we had been out dubstepping. It was nice. I actually still like the genre, but not the Skrillex part of the genre, but more the bassy reggae part of it. Okay, a riot horn. There you are. So I'll take this one. When does that evolve? That's true. Yeah, I was just. Oh, have you tried listening to Western? The genre, not the movies, but the music genre. I just can't. I can't. I can. I guess I should recommend you try, but don't try. Just don't. It's awful. Yeah. It's boring, and it's just boring. Country is better, and I don't like country at all, but it's better. Wait, don't I have a plusle? Oh, there we go. It's like a slow version of country music, and it's not like country music is fast-paced. I agree. I do like a lot of pop music actually, but I'm also into like grindcore or black metal or all kinds of weird stuff. It's nice to see somebody who does something weird, even if it doesn't sound great to most eyes or ears, I guess. There's something nice in them doing it. And I also just like to have some some examples when people say this is the worst I've ever heard, then I can say, you haven't heard anything. Let me show you this. I've heard of them. One of my friends talked about them a lot some time ago, but I can't say I've heard them. And judging by the kind of person she is, it's some sort of electro-inspired something. Sounds like her. That would be exactly the kind of thing she would listen to. And also something that I would probably like. I should have used Rock Smash instead. Yeah, but there are bad parts in all genres. And usually good parts, but I can't seem to recall a good Slager song. I shouldn't have done that. Should have used strength, but I'm just button mashing right now. Oh really? I thought you were, I don't know. I didn't think you were a Slager country in that way. Well, that's the story of the 20th century, isn't it? But yeah, I guess they can actually influence you. I don't see that a lot in Denmark, but I live in one of the bigger cities, so this is not really Schlager country. Yeah, same here. But it does have, sometimes it has a resurgence among young people. I guess I'm not even a young person anymore, but it's horrible when that happens. I would rather have some either angry music or like somewhat depressive or angsty music than the Schlager. Everything is kind of great kind of music. And of course they have depressive songs as well, but just not in the same tone that I want them. And I bought a big record collection some years ago, which I've been selling off slowly. But that means I have to listen to it all, and there was quite a bit of old Slager music in between. It might be. It might just be. You really have a channel that plays music? We don't have that anymore. Not since MTV went went to shit. I guess we have VH1. I don't know if that went the same way as MTV did, but that's for old people like me. To music channels or to Slager music channels? Yeah, it sounds like a pop channel kind of name. But if they actually play music um, instead of just showing reality TV, then I would be somewhat happy. Even if I'm not the biggest pop fan in the world. But sometimes they seem to get it right for me. And MTV and then had some genre shows, like they had a heavy metal day, uh, and they had some rap, Yo MTV rap songs and stuff like that. So you could actually hear some of the more, not experimental, but at least not the same songs. Sadly, they had a host I couldn't stand on the heavy metal program, so I didn't watch that much. Yeah, it does. I could say a lot of bad words about the host, but I think it was just me, really. Because there is a point to having a host that can present the videos or the song or the band and say something. That's quite nice. But it just wasn't me. No, you can't. But you also have to sort of know when it is just your taste talking and not something out in the world, you know? And just say it was me. Not the horrible host that bothered me. Plus I was an angry teenager at the time, so they probably couldn't have found a host that would satisfy me. Okay, I think we'll run through this time and one time more, and then I'm done for today. Then I've made 40 ribbons today. In good company, I might add. Yeah, only a few more days. Sure. A few more days where I have to carry around my Game Boy Advance to water berries, at least. Um, that's gonna start soon. Okay, we have one heal, and that's it. How long have you gotten in Emerald? You were at the second gym, right? When we began. What, this guy? I don't know. I think he's uh, one of the harder ones, actually. But that might just be a product of me using Swampert to do it. Yeah, then it would be easy. I think the second one is the easiest with all the ghosts. What the hell? Oh my god. Wait, can I just... Didn't I just surf through this last time? Yeah, you would wipe the floor with him. Oh. Alright. Hopefully you're not trying to overtake me. That would be it would be possible to do now. Like, you could probably overtake me in a week. And I wouldn't be mad. I would be pretty impressed. And also think it was foolish. Salamanders. The ribbon thing. I've finished the game like 10 times today. I guess you could also overtake in number of Pokemon. Nah, I couldn't imagine you would. I can't imagine many people will. But who knows? Oh yeah. It's not a... I think we talked about it last time. It's not horrible. And there are some... Oh no, it doesn't. That's true. Oh wait. Your Emerald doesn't. But doesn't Emerald in general? I guess it doesn't. How do berries work then? Yeah, again cutting it close at the champion. Because I apparently am unable to learn. Ah, there we go. I understand. I couldn't figure out how emerald would work with berries if it had no battery. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but um, you will be happy when it's done, I think. It would be worth the hassle. Yeah. Yeah, that's almost like the only thing, right? Are you going for Mirage Island as well? Oh yeah, you stole berries from 6 Goons or some crazy strategy like that, right? That's pretty impressive. A nice workaround. Yeah, out on Mirage Island? Yeah. I'm gonna get that as well. But I'm waiting for having all the Pokemon first and then starting checking for the island. That's also where I'm gonna get yeah, that's true. Or I think I'm not totally sure, but I think the number is just stuck when you don't have a battery, so you can catch new Pokemon and check them against that number and then maybe get lucky. But I'm not totally sure. I would probably look it up instead of taking my word for it. It might just be stuck at 0 and then you can't. But even if you get the berry, you can't plant it, so either way, I think you have to. I guess you can transfer it to another game. Yeah? Oh, with there's a battle tower glitch or something, isn't there? Yeah. I haven't looked that far into it, but I have heard of it. Ah, okay. That's for items. Oh, for getting one more Pokemon of the same. I don't know. Teach me, Master. Lay your wisdom before me. Oh yeah, yeah. I saw some dude perform that, I think. You had to... You had to die while not having any Pokemon or some. It was some strange thing like that. And then the game flipped out. And then you could do something. Or do I remember the wrong thing? As usual. Meditate. I did see a YouTube video about some. Yeah, that was the one I saw. I just don't remember it very well. It was crazy, a crazy glitch. Yeah, as it would be. I mean, that's not supposed to happen. Okay, we'll need to spend some of our money soon. It's a pretty cool glitch. Okay, this is our last Elite Four for today. And I might have forgotten to update our number of ribbons. Can't remember if this is one-shottable. Yeah, it's going great. It is not one-shottable. Well, right now we are working on two projects as at once, so the ribbons are not moving that fast. But I did sit and calculate a bit earlier, and I do have to run through the Elite Four around 100 times. So a lot of grinding. It is. It is nothing compared to the number of contests, though. Or the number of Pokeblocks, which is the worst. I don't enjoy making those. We are still in the nice and easy start. Yeah, they are. Especially because I think I can only drag one Pokemon through the battle tower at a time. I can make a team of 2 Pokemon that are able to drag everything through, but that means I can only drag one through, as far as I remember. That's a big oof. And I think that will be one of the last ribbons I will do. I will get the Hall of Fame ribbons first and then start on contest ribbons. And then maybe effort ribbons for maxing EVs. And then battle tower. And that should be it. For these games, but then I of course have to transfer them into Colosseum or Gale of Darkness to get a ribbon in there as well. Yeah, with EVs maxed, yeah. Oh god, then I'll have to think about EVs. I usually don't think about those. And I think that the team that Reddit recommended was a Snorlax and something. Yeah, exactly. So that will also mean that my Swampert, for example, is not... I'm not gonna keep it for other things than just beating the Elite Four. And my Gardevoir is not gonna be the Gardevoir that I'll take with me to Gen 4. And I can't evolve I can't evolve to a Metagross either. There are a lot of things you have to think about. So we are still in the honeymoon phase, where everything is nice and easy. It will. Well, I guess you just have to remember which Pokemon, or just make sure that none are over level 50. At least of the ones you intend to use. That's not that hard to do, that part, but actually competing in the battle tower is gonna be not that fun. I might end up like doing it one Pokemon at a time, like making one Ribbonmaster at a time and then transferring it into the other games. But I don't know yet. I just know this is the first thing. The first step in a long, horrible series of steps. Yeah. At least I didn't freeze that time. And I do have healing with me this time. So we are not screwed. Better heal. Whoops. Oh, nice. Wait, the Safari? Didn't you... Oh, you played... was it Sapphire or something before you got Emerald? Hello, Jan. Welcome back. Oh, Heracross is a nightmare to catch, I think. But I, of course, also have to get both a male and a female. You were just popping in at the end of the stream, Jan. This is the last run through. And for some reason I can't see your emoji stuff. Your smileys, because I am old and I've grown up with calling them smileys. Yeah, Pinsir is not an easy catch either. I always forget about the Safari, and I forget about you having to have a Pokéblock case. Yeah, me too. I'm at the beginning of that transition period. Like, I still understand what people mean when they say emoji, but in my mind, when I have to say something, it's smiley. Yeah, in your mind? Yeah. These damn young whippersnappers changing our languages and everything. It's not cool. Oh, he's just gonna heal that. It does, but... well, When it's level 100 it won't matter, but I can't just change any of these moves. I have to go to a move deleter or something. And I guess I would remove Rock Smash, but then there are places where I can't go. The nerve indeed. Yeah, it is. Totally maxed. HM Slave and Starter and my most important Pokemon, all in one package. Emoticons. Oh yeah, there was a transition period. Luckily it didn't really reach Denmark, but people under 20 will probably say emoji now instead of smiley. If they go high, we go low. Isn't that what they say? Screw it. I'll just surf him. Nah. The champion is the second easiest of them all to beat, really. Did you get any shiny Turtwig yesterday, Jan? Or weren't you out on Community Day? Yeah, Kingdra would wreck the champion as well. As soon as you can punch through the Cradilly, it's not a problem at all. With water and or ice. Well. I should actually look up how these moves work in contests before I change them. That's gonna be a big help later. I don't really like it either. I like it when I know I'm gonna win. Almost no matter what I do, but I'm not a big fan of having to rely somewhat on chance. So I'll make the Pokeblocks and get my Pokemon up to a somewhat nice base level before trying. And they will wear the scarves to boost it even more. They also take time. Yeah. I should trade with others, I understand. So if you fail a contest, that's just time right out of the window, where you don't get level ups, you don't get anything. Well, that was the last one. Yeah. Here we are again. And that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, and nice chatting with you, Count Lemon something? Lemon Grab. And nice seeing you again, Jan. Hope you have a nice day, both of you. Oh, he's the unacceptable guy. Of course. It was a very repetitive stream. Maybe the most repetitive outside of speedruns. And maybe even more than that. But have a nice day, both of you.